Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we are playing with Glistening Control, which is an interesting Golgari deck featuring a bunch of cards from the March of the Machine set. Is it true that the next set is going to be made based upon the new Barbie movie? Stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, and despite what you may have heard from others, fellow humans, I am not an AI. Dr. Yukon Suck It! Thank you. Filmed before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon Suck It! Word to your mama. So I am broadcasting today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on the Aetherub, hosted by TayMalice, and he called it Golgari Glistening Control. For the sake of my little characters up here that don't hold that many spaces, it's just called Glistening Control. And it's a Golgari deck, and there's a bunch of cool March of the Machine stuff in here. It's kind of like like Golgari Invasion Control deck. But there are a lot of Invasion cards in here. All right, so really quickly, what we're going to do is we're going to go through this deck, and then we're going to go out, crush some hopes and dreams. So what do we got here? We got kill a creature, kill some creature or planeswalker, an invasion that lets you go draw a permanent, and then you can crack it open for a trampler. Either kill an artifact or enchantment or pump more into it to kill any non-land permanent. Render Inert helps crack open those eggs. Wrenn and Realmbreaker makes your lands into 3/3s, where you can go looking for something good, or you can play stuff out of your graveyard. Innistrad does -13, otherwise it puts out a bunch of zombies. Zendikar gets you 2 lands, otherwise it becomes a hasty vigilant 4/4. Glistening Dawn puts out 2 pod bebes whose X ability is equal to the number of lands you have. And we got a lot of lands in here. So those are going to be big, fat babies when they're born. Invoke Despair invokes despair. It makes your opponent kill a creature, enchantment, and planeswalker. And for each they can't, they lose 2 life and you draw a card. Invasion of Fiora is your board wipe. You could destroy all legendaries, all non-legendary, or all non-legendary legendaries. Or you could choose to destroy all of the above. So it's a great board wipe that hopefully you can use to your advantage. Otherwise, it comes out as a Menacey Death Touchy 3/6 that'll help you crack open eggs. Other than that, we've got Kamigawa Black, which pulls stuff back from your graveyard. Kamigawa Green, which destroys non-basic lands, enchantments, and artifacts. And a bunch of various dual and tricolor lands. So what are we doing? We're killing creatures like crazy, ramping up our mana, putting out big dudes, and just punishing them in any way possible. All right, so let's go see if we can do it. First, let's say our prayers. Dear Black King Toxrill, who lives in the dark chambers of our heart, please hear our blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. And we're playing against Lazy Jim. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so before we do something, do we have another green? We don't. So 3 is not getting us anywhere. We need to get this 4th man out so we can get the invasion out. All right, but we need one of each. We good? There's that little jerk. There's another little jerk. Welcome to Oblivion, my friends. One, two, three, four. One, two, three. That guy's got haste. I gotta say, actually, that Zendikar one's pretty cool. With the double land draw, and then you get a hasty 4/4 out of the deal. Who's also, I believe, a acting funny, like a mana guy. Not bad. Let's just leave it. No, we're cool. I guess not. It's weird. My fingers had different decisions as to what was about to happen there. Let me put this out. Give him something to target. Because we have like 17 right now. The more he wastes his mana on, the more likely we'll be able to get this stuff through. And we win. Victory. All right, we're playing against Simon. Keep. Got a lot of control going on. That is non-targeted. It just has to happen. I got a lot of that stuff going on. What are you going to pick? That's the board wipe. Well, that's a 13-13. He's at the Zombie Maker too. He's a good card. Death! Yeah, the Glistening Dawn. We didn't do that. Alright, well, whatever. I got those guys. Here they come. And there you go. Effect whatever your name is. You're dead. Vraska. I'll keep that back. That's cool. I almost wish I had Tezzeret. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do this. That's all we get out of the deal. That sucked. That looks like an artifact. Kind of what I've been holding on to. Draw your land. You gonna give it up? Nope. Alright, so you think you're just going to go after our pal Wrenn and Realmbreaker? Probably. All right, let's crack somebody open. Who's better here? Menace and Death Touch. All right, lands. Flying, huh? All right, good for you. That's legendary. All right, so we will get rid of the non-legendaries this time. Any worth bringing back? Nope. And we win. Victory! Against Eagle 79. Keep. Nope. Alright, so we need 4 black mana to even make that even happen. We're just going to keep rocking towards black. Wrenn and Realmbreaker. Alright, let's make her bigger, stronger, faster. Next turn we'll have 5. Cool. Draw me some cards. I'm just going to submit 0. I don't want to put my guys up front. They're all tapped, just making them susceptible. Shonk. All right, we are done. Victory. Playing against LightSong. All right, we've got a lot of land. Hey there, Cubert. And look, it's a lava cat. It's got his tiny little wings on the back. All right, Glistening Dawn is a 4. See if we need to do anything. Putting out this on next turn is probably the best idea. That gives us Sheoldred Edict for a lot of different opportunities. Simic, huh? Okay, we're good. That Jungle Hollow is just so slow. Insists upon it. Alright, all that for a treasure token. Good for you. Alright, up to 5. Depending upon what he puts on next, we could just start attacking with lands. I'll go after his cat. I don't like what you're doing there. Alright, he's hexproof. Not sure what you're planning on doing with green and blue. You can't copy it. You can't target it. Let's keep growing. This way we could actually potentially play things from our graveyard. I remember I played a deck with the Blossom Prancer. It was really good. What does it even do? When you reveal... Okay. Put the rest on there. If you don't, in your hand, gain life. There we killed one of my lands. There we go. Nice. Let's go ahead and just play this, though. Can I play another? Nope. I can just do this, though. Yoink! Despair! Despair! There we go. Negative 13. Destroy all. Yoink. And activate that ability. I'll attack. I really want to kill that thing. Sure, let's do it. That's what I don't like about those things. It always tricks me into cracking eggs. When I play a legendary, I like that. My dudes are not. Yeah, Jungle Hollow. Sure, that sounds like a good time. All in. Do I have 4 mana? I do. Yes! Yes! You can suck it, Rock Lobster. Dun 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 dun. All right, LightSong. I know you're sitting there with no creatures, 4 cards, and a bunch of lands, and somehow you think you can still pull this out? No, you don't. Victory! All right, playing against Eyecrust. All right, so let's see what we got. Nothing really to do. 4. Rip that guy up. Here's little 3. I'll go for double black. All right, we got enough. We'll go ahead and kill that guy. Got another. That's good. And another. One, two, three. That's a lot of lands. I'm glad I plowed through those through card draw. Otherwise, I would be pissed. Well, I could throw this out there, which isn't going to do anything. And they'll have to use these to crack them open. One, two, three, 4. That is a lot of land. Go for it, Jungle Hollow. You're my only hope. You guys feeling desperate. At this point, that enchantment's got to be killing them. And we win. We weren't going to get anywhere. We had nothing but lands, man. All right, so here we are with Glistening Control. And it was good. It was a good deck. You know, it followed a certain archetype, which is, you know, control, black control, which is just wiping out other people's stuff. Plus, then with the, we were able to do green, kind of like ramp in the situation. The card I really thought was good was, I think it was Invasion of Zendikar. That's what it was. Invasion of Zendikar. That was the one I think ended up becoming my MVP out of this whole situation. Like I think I said earlier, what I really liked about it was that you put it out with 4 mana, at which point you got to pick 2 more, which immediately ramped you up into 6, which is as high as anything went around here. So you just made that immediate jump. Plus, then he was only a 3 to crack. I mean, that's practically nothing. At which point, then you got a hasty 4/4 with vigilance, and he also gave you additional mana if needed. You really didn't need mana at that point. So yeah, that was my MVP. Was Invasion of Zendikar. Good job. I mean, for a green card, I really liked everything about it. This one was okay. Trample, you get temporary indestructible, I suppose. And you get to look for a permanent card amongst stuff you reveal. Yeah, it was all right. For being a 2 mana, I mean, you could tell it was definitely a half-assed version of the Invasion of Zendikar. So this thing seemed like it was mostly about, I mean, I was going to say board wipes, even though I guess there was only one board wipe in there. And that was the Invasion of Fiora. But between Sheoldred's Edict, Cut Down, and Invasion of Innistrad, you were able to like totally take some stuff out. It was a good deck. It had nice balance to it. It worked out okay. Was it slow was the problem? I don't know. It seemed like it was doing all right. Thing is that here's my problem, is that For some reason, the untapped GG agent is not working tonight. And so it only showed me 2 of the games I played out of about, I don't know, 7 or 8. So I really don't know what my win rate is. So I'm just kind of going off the feel. I kind of feel like I probably got about 55%. That's just a guess on my part. So it's like I didn't win like a gratuitous amount of games, but it was a good deck and it won more than it lost. I felt like that was what was going on. I'll have to go back and recount the gameplay to see how well it really did. But regardless, it was a fairly decent deck, and I think there's definitely lessons to be learned. I'm not sure if this is the end of a deck like this. It seems like better things could happen. I just don't know what they would be at this particular point. So let's see, was this deck competitive? I'm going to say no. I mean, for a casual perspective, it was a pretty decent deck. But even then, it wasn't like a great competitive deck for casual. It was lesser so. So I'm going to say no, it was not necessarily all that competitive. Number 2, was it fun? It was all right. It was nice having control. I guess I've just kind of gotten a little bored of control. Sure, you're killing people's stuff over and over again. Yes, it does feel satisfactory knowing that, you keep them from doing stuff. But I wouldn't necessarily call it fun. Was there a big hit at the end? The thing I like the best is when I was able to crack open the eggs, bring back their little dudes, and then attack with the guys. That seemed like such a slow process. Render Inert really helped with it. Glistening Dawn also is good, but we didn't have any egg hatchers, so I had to pay for them. I mean, it's only 2 per each. Usually they were big, and so that was pretty cool. I just was never quite sure whether I should try to play them early and then let them sit a turn as creatures, so that way I didn't have to pay for them on the other turn, or whether I should wait. I'm thinking wait is probably the best thing to do, because they come in hasty, and that's pretty decent. All right, lastly, was this deck interesting? And the answer was yes, because it was big time interesting because of all of the mom cards in here. Wrenn and Realmbreaker, trying to figure out how that works. What the best way of doing it was, should I try to go for the -7? Turns out it was pretty decent. It was pretty decent being able to play stuff out of your graveyard. I mean, that's what like the angel does. But then as soon as that angel gets killed, you can't do it anymore. Plus, there's a limit. This one, it's just anything. Lands, permanents. If it's in your graveyard, you can just play it. It was pretty decent. Render Inert, you got the invasions. What else in here? So yeah, a bunch of invasions. Yeah, it's just a bunch of invasions is what it is. Yeah, the Glistening Dawn. So it's a bunch of mom cards playing Golgari. It was interesting. I'd give it that. And I'd recommend playing it because of that. All right, so let's add that up. Not competitive, not terribly fun, but an interesting take on Golgari. If you like playing control, I think you'll like this deck a lot better than I did. I think you'll find it fun if you enjoy, black control. So, yeah, those are the 3 things. I'm going to give this deck an A-, just because I think it played pretty well, but yet I still lacked the zazz that I'm looking for in a deck. But it was good. It had some decent chops, and I'd recommend playing it. All right, so that means if you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you find it as interesting as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.